so deep. I mean, the things us martial arts draw from today, he came up with a lot of that stuff. Like, where do you come up with this stuff?
Bruce Lee is the man. Bruce Lee is the reason why most of these guys are in mixed martial arts. I mean, he's the first guy that actually got to be, thought of as, the baddest dude in the world.
You ask any fighter out there growing up who their inspiration was, everybody says Bruce Lee. The Gracies were founding fathers of the actual UFC, but I think the sport of mixed martial arts was started by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's movies, Bruce Lee's philosophies, just Bruce Lee's image alone is very powerful.
I think he was one of them guys that made martial arts mainstream. Before the UFC, before any of this stuff was about, guys wanted to be Bruce Lee.
It just makes you feel powerless because no one's going to be like Bruce Lee, no matter how much you study or how much you know or how much you strive to be that type of person. He's just a truly extraordinary, one-of-a-kind individual.
I joke for my brothers all the time. I'm Bruce Lee. I love Bruce Lee. The Bruce Lee. I'm watching the techniques, the Bruce Lee. The same times, I change my techniques for similar to Bruce Lee. All the time, the Bruce Lee talking. You what? As me, the same. Water sometimes strong, sometimes legs. That's it. I'm so happy you shake your hands now, this time. Sorry, but you the best. For me, you the best. You the great master.
Thinking and explaining things like today's world, you have to keep your open mind, you have to fight in different ranges of doing different techniques and always keep open to learn new techniques. But definitely everything he speaks is the true essence of martial arts, so has a good impact on me also. Yeah, I think Bruce Lee brought to the reality of what's going on in martial arts a lot of good components, like in his philosophy was 100% right.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, the oblique kick.
Look at him.
John Jones style, son. Bruce Lee was the first. Oh, front leg round kick to the face. Chuck Norris goes down. Nobody had ever seen anything like this before back then. This didn't exist. You never saw a fight in a movie like
When
this.
you were 11 and 10, your head almost blew up. You left there looking for somebody to say something to you. You fucked them up, including your dad. You didn't give a fuck when you left these movie theaters. Look at this, Joe Rogan.
Whether or not Bruce Lee ever competed, that was like the big thing about him, is that he never fought. Like Chuck Norris was like world middleweight kickboxing champion at one point in time. Bruce Lee definitely did a lot of sparring, for sure. There's no way he could be this good. The way his timing is, his movement, like his understanding of what would and wouldn't work. Like these, in a lot of ways, even though some of it is ridiculous, some of his movements are more realistic than shit you see in the movies today. The way he checks with that oblique kick, the way he counters when you're moving in, it's very realistic. Like these scenes, like the way he's fucking this dude up is a lot like the way someone who's at a really high level is fucking somebody up in the UFC.
Bruce Lee had an awesome philosophy about life, and he blew me away. Bruce Lee's a killer. You hurt your man, you do as much damage as you can, and you get out. You know what I mean? Without being hurt. Less damage on yourself as possible. I used to have so much respect for his philosophy. His philosophy is like the ultimate warrior philosophy.
Bruce was an example of what materialized from hard work. And there were no boundaries, there was no racial barriers, there was nothing. People saw Bruce Lee as a major force, a positive force. And he was special. Well, that was the most amazing thing about Bruce, was the fact that he could generate so much speed and velocity in his punches. Short punches that he used his body and the type of leverage he was able to gain, because he understood the mechanics of the body. That was special. What impressed me the most about Bruce was his smoothness. I mean, he was gliding. He would glide, and he was not methodical. He was very spontaneous in his movement, and everything he did was for a reason. He just didn't move to just be cute. He moved for a reason, to get in line, to get in position, to throw something, to position himself. Everything was for a reason. Bruce Lee had charisma. He had that package. He could fight. He was versatile. He was smart. He was deadly. And he seemed like he was the least guy that could defend himself. But he had such an ability to outperform anyone, no matter what size. He could, no matter how strong, Bruce Lee always had a way, and he did it with style. And that's what I love. That he did it with style. Well, only Bruce Lee could really perform and execute the type of punches he threw, the power, the speed, the accuracy that he threw his punches. You know, I have not seen too many other martial artists in that league. I love Jackie Chan. I love Jet Li. I mean, those guys remind me a great deal of Bruce Lee. I don't think of anyone that reaches that level. Bruce Lee is an icon. He is, you know, in the dictionary, you say greatest, you say Bruce Lee. That's the way it is. He was second to none. He stood out from the rest.
If he will compete in the UFC today, he will be as skilled as any UFC fighter with his talent.
I've no doubt he would have been world champion in MMA, no doubt. He's fluid, he's loose, he's fast. His movement is fluid, it's efficient, it's functional. So many guys are addicted to strength and conditioning and just get bulked up and stiff and slow, and Bruce was free. His body was nimble.